Well, it's time to get your plant questions answered live.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is standing by. The number to call is 270-9933.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
It's a little chilly out here, and it's getting dark.
But you're bundled up.
Yes. I am bundled up.
You look very cozy.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get to the calls. We'll start with Teresa in Cassville. Hi, Teresa. What's your question?
Hi, I have an African trumpet lily that my sister gave me for my birthday, and it takes a lot of water. Every morning, if I don't give it about 2 cups of water, it droops. So I was just wondering if that's normal.
Well, I'm not familiar with that particular plant, but I would guess if you got it recently, you probably don't need to repot it. Is it still blooming?
It's not blooming at this time. It's got to grow really tall before it blooms.
I would, maybe when you water it, put it in the sink and let a little water be in there so that it soaks up the water. It could be that the potting medium does not have a lot of enough oomph in it to hold the moisture, and it might be just running out the sides of the pot. So maybe try to soak it so you can get some wicking going.
Okay.
All right. Now we've got Joyce from Madison. Hi, Joyce. What's your question?
Hi. I have hostas out in front, and I was raking, and the leaves are dead. Is it okay to pull them out?
You'd be better off doing some cutting, or when you rake gently, if they just come off, you don't want to pull them because you don't want to damage the plant. Best thing to do is to get a pair of scissors or sharp pruners and just cut them off right at the ground level and then rake up that foliage.
Yeah, I have some more to do yet.
Me too. I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
All right, let's go to Maureen in Madison. Hi, Maureen.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
Yes, I dug my Dahlia bulbs, as I do every year, and I know that in the book it says that I'm supposed to sprinkle them with sulfur. I have never done that before. This year I noticed a few little blue spots on them. What kind of sulfur is it? I have a bag that says soil sulfur. Is it that?
No, I think it probably means like one of the sulfur fungicides or a copper fungicide. Probably if you have a little bit of damage to the tubers themselves, you might want to clean that up a little bit, and then the sulfur would stop a development of any kind of bacterial infection or any kind of fungus. Soil sulfur will not won't do it. So the stuff you want to put on is sort of more powdery than that, and it's kind of a blue color. But if your Dahlia bulbs are in good shape, if the tubers are in good shape, you don't need to do that.
Okay.
All right. We have Max from Verona. Hi, Max. What's your question?
I'd like to know if there's anything I can do to eradicate creeping Charlie in our yard.
There are some really strong herbicides that are broadleaf weed specific, which means when you spray it on your lawn, it will affect the broadleaf weeds, but will leave your grass plants alone. The trick with creeping Charlie is that you might have to treat it several times, and the best time to treat it is in the spring when it's flowering, and then in the fall as the color, you know, it starts to get that sort of winey green color, you would treat it then as well. So you may have missed your window for this year, but you can start in the spring. Start with an application of a good, strong broadleaf herbicide when the creeping Charlie is starting to flower, and then hit it again at the end of the year.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Let's go to Steve in Middleton. Hi, Steve. What's your question?
Yeah, we have some Lenten Roses that we got from you early in the summer, and I don't know if we should cut them back or just cover them with leaves, or how we should hold them for the winter.
They are one of my favorites. I have a collection myself. So Lenten Roses, or hellebores they're also called. You can just, as long as they're in a good, well-drained spot, just leave them alone. What I do with mine is I leave the leaves to sort of protect the crown of the plant through the winter. And then in the spring, you will see that the flower buds will start to come up before the foliage. And then any kind of ragged looking leaves you can go ahead and clip out in the spring as the flower buds are starting to emerge.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Carol in Janesville. Hi, Carol. What is your question?
Hi, my lilac bush is blooming. I have like a half a dozen meatball-sized blossoms.
That has been, we've been hearing about that from everybody, and we did hear about that on the Monday noon show. So what happens with flower buds is on lilacs is they're set and formed soon after the flowers are finished in the spring, which means by July 1st or 15th, the flower buds are already there. We got a shot of cold weather, so they got a little bit of a chill period, not a lot, but a little bit, and then we had some warm weather, so they were just tricked into thinking spring was just super early. This will not hurt your plant in the long run, but you may see fewer flowers next year, but don't worry about it.
My hydrangea did the same thing.
We've been seeing that reports on Weigela, but mostly lilacs.
All right. We have time for one more caller. Gloria in Madison. Hi, Gloria.
Hello, Lisa. We have butterfly bushes, and I was wondering what the best time of the year to cut them down and how to winterize them.
For butterfly bushes, if they're established, cut them back to about 6 inches. You can do that now or when you're doing your fall cleanup. I like to leave a little bit because butterfly bush are very late to emerge in the spring. You want to remember where they are. And then just go ahead. You might not see any growth till middle part of June, depending on what the spring looks like. And then you can cut back the rest of it at that point.
Okay. It's that time of year. We're going to have to find a warmer place for you next time, Lisa.
Yeah, I think
maybe
so.
get one of those heaters, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, thanks for everybody calling in. We're out of time. Lisa, thank you.
Thanks,
Lisa.
Lisa.
We'll see you soon.